I had to hit rock bottom to get back up again.
I feel like pressure is something real in Dubai, burnout or something real in Dubai.
At some point, my body said stop.
Yep.
2 years ago, I suffered a cardiac failure, yeah. I think I was too harsh the way I did it. I have to push people to fear.
I'm gonna be weak if I talk about mental health. Welcome to Sofa Talks, Expat Reality in Dubai. The purpose of this podcast is to talk about everything behind the scenes that no one talks about it. Today I have Sacha with me.
Hey guys, how are you?
Sacha used to be the CEO of Solutions and Leisures, big group, lots of pressure, high position. But today we're not here to talk about titles, we are here to talk about everything behind it. So Sacha, first of all, thank you so much for being
welcome.
here
Thank
with
you
us.
for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here. So
Thank you.
to start, let me ask you, who is Sacha?
Sacha is a guy, a boy that was born in Paris 55 years ago soon. Then obviously fell in love with the hospitality industry. So I think at the young age of 12 years old, as far as I remember, my parents used to celebrate the end of the week by going out for dinner in the restaurant every Friday night. So when they came back from work, they would have a bottle of champagne, and then they take my brother and myself out for dinner. And then I was always obsessed with the service, with the restaurants. I wanted to see the kitchen. I was talking to the managers. I wanted to cook the food. So I think my passion grew from there. And I think around the age of 17, I joined to chef school. And then that's where it started for me. Chef school, hotel and restaurant management. Then worked in Paris for a couple of years, worked in the States. Moved to London in 96, sorry. And I was in London for a good 16 years. Nice. And I moved to Dubai with my career, obviously, and with the family back in 2011.
2011?
Yeah, so I've been here 15 years now, yeah.
Okay.
15 years, yeah.
And you moved to Dubai straight to Solutions and Leisures? No.
No, so I moved to Dubai. When I came to Dubai, there was a gentleman that owned Karma Cafe in Souk El Barra. So back in 2011, how long have you been here?
2015.
Okay, so 2011, there was nothing much.
Yeah.
So I used to live in the Springs, and I used to work in Souk El Barra. So you could drive Al Khail Road like 15 minutes.
Exactly.
There was no traffic, right? And then this was owned by a local gentleman from Sharjah. And after 2 years, they opened just when the collapse happened, the crash happened 2009.
Yeah.
So then 2011 I came, obviously was not working well. I brought my team from London, and then we changed the menus, changed the pricing, really customer focused. I mean, those days there was Buddha Bar in the marina, and everything was on Sheikh Zayed. So Movida was opening, and there's a few places on Sheikh Zayed, a bit in DIFC, Zuma just opened, I guess. So it was Karma Cafe was a place everyone was going. It was a big party place downtown. And then we took the venue from 11 million to around about 22, 23 million over 2 years, which was easy fix, you know. Proper menu, no spelling mistakes, proper pricing, a good team, professional team. And then the gentleman that owned the venue at the time sold it in 2013, and then sold it to what became Solutions Leisure. And then, so that's why I joined them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where everything started.
That's where everything started. Yes, so two gentlemen that started Solutions Leisure were opening a place called Q43 in Media One. And then I joined the team. So there was like 5, 6 of us at the beginning. And then Q43 was the first venue. Karma Cafe was there. And then we created and designed Asia in Pier 7. And then Lock, Stock and Barrel. And the rest is history. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good. Amazing times.
You had good time.
Well, the best.
Amazing time.
Yeah.
So those times were like, as we spoke before, lots of pressure. So you went through different phases. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? Because I believe like everyone thinks, just look at you and see you're driving a nice car or you're having a nice house, but people doesn't see the behind the scenes and what it took you to go through.
Yeah, it comes with pressure, of course. Yeah. I think, listen, you put the pressure on yourself also. I've always put pressure on myself. Always 35 years of almost non-stop. I started working, I was like 17, 18.
Yeah.
You go to school, you work on the weekends, work as a chef, work as a waiter. And then after that, I think me personally, maybe my problem is I was never ever satisfied with what I achieved. So you always want more.
I have that problem too.
And then it's hard to, now I've learned you need to be grateful for what you have.
Yeah.
I was never grateful for what I had. So you work towards a goal, you get it. And then when you get to that, you go,
What's next?
yeah, I'm bored now. What's next?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got that car. What's next? I've got that position. What's next? You know, and it's good to take time to, and that's a self-inflicted problem.
Yeah.
That's, I totally admit now. Before I used to blame others. No, it's their fault, his fault. It's never your fault, right?
Yeah.
Because you're driven and you just want to grow, and you push yourself really to the limits. So I think, yeah, it just comes with pressure because you put yourself to pressure. And then obviously, you know, solutions like the best moments of my career, definitely, because the creativity we had, the team we had, the brotherhood, the synergy, we just had the best team. It was amazing, you know, and yeah, and with that comes high pressure, and then more liberties, you know, more traveling, a lot of traveling, which is not always healthy. A bit more partying in my case, because I'm a bit the wild card, too much partying. So at some point, my body said stop,
Clubs,
right?
yeah.
That's what happened. Yeah, 2 years ago, I suffered a cardiac failure. Yeah, my heart was just not in a good place.
Yeah.
So then I had to reassess and then reboot and change the way I was. 100%. Yeah.
If you go back like 15 years ago, would you have done something different?
If I change anything,
Would you change anything?
no, because it makes me who I am today. Listen, the fact that I think it's so like, you know, when you spend all your life when you're never sick and you're like everything you touch gold, and you just grow and grow and achieve more and more, and the sky is the limit, then there's no reason to stop, right?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I had to stop at some point. I had to, as I said, to reset and to stop because I had a health scare, which was self-inflicted, you know, in a way, because of the pressure, mental pressure, physical pressure on myself. And then I'm glad it happened. I wouldn't change anything because I had to
Learn yourself.
hit rock bottom to get back up again, 100%.
Yeah. And how did you feel like it was the time that's like my body is collapsing, so I have to make something different? Because also I've been in Dubai for 10 years, as I said, and I've been working with people for all those 10 years. And I feel like pressure is something real in Dubai, burnout or something real in Dubai. We all move here, or most of us moved here to work.
Yes.
And because of that mentality, we are here to work, so we take like ourselves to limits that we
Yeah,
wouldn't
it
do it
doesn't
back home.
stop. I totally agree. Yeah.
You're like want more and more and more because you want to make more, and you want to grab all the opportunities, because we know Dubai, it's a world of opportunities, and you were like
It's 1,000 miles an hour also. yes,
exactly, and everyone around you, it's like moving fast. You feel like you cannot stop, otherwise you're staying behind.
100%.
So
Always stay ahead of the curve.
exactly,
Yes.
but at the same time, how can you just do that without losing yourself in the process? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, at the
that's-
time, I didn't know that, so I've lost myself in the process big time. But again, this is down to yourself, you know, how you built. As I said, for all my life, I had no health scare, I had nothing, everything was just always happened the way I wanted to be, right? So when that day I hit the wall, that's when you go like, oh, you know, what happened there? Yeah, exactly. It's like shit, right? And then you have to totally reassess things, right? Take some time out. And, you know, I went after my health scare, I went to my wife, love my wife. She's always looks after me. She sent me to Sri Lanka to a retreat for 3 weeks, plantation villa. So Ayurveda treatment, yoga in the morning, meditation,
Nice.
and then the full treatment, detox the body, the mind. You know, I arrived there, and then I did a 21-day course, and they measure your pitta and your kapha, you know, all your energy. And then the doctor there says to me, your pitta, your vata, your kapha, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Because my mind was full of anxiety. My brain was getting miles an hour. I was totally living in the fog at the time. I was really unfocused due to medication, due to depression and lots of stuff that happened to me. And then when you go through that and you just embrace things and you let it happen, then you open yourself to change.
Yeah.
Because before, a lot of people like me, I think also are not, how you say, a bit stubborn. And I'm old-fashioned. I don't want to change. My way was the way, or
Yeah.
the rest was wrong.
Yeah.
I was always right, right? So you have to be a bit more humble. And that's when those 3 weeks in Sri Lanka, this is where I learned to be grateful. I read a book about gratefulness. I had to do 1 page a day and write down what I was grateful for
Nice.
every day. And I would have never done that before. Yeah, did it. And I came back out of the jungle. It's not I'm a celebrity to get me out of here, but it was maybe harder. But yeah, totally embraced life in a different way, different light of point of view. I saw things in a different light.
Yeah.
And now it's just about every day. I'm just grateful for what happens. Yes, 100%.
Okay. And I feel like we, as I said, like looking at people like you, high positions, lots of pressure, and everything looks perfect from outside. And I believe that's how you feel like people is looking at you, like everything.
Yeah, you want to keep that image.
And
also.
you want to keep that.
100%.
How hard it is, because then you go home and that's when you feel like when you're like by yourself,
You feel exhausted.
right?
Sometimes an image you project, right? Because you want people to see you a certain way. And you got some people have maybe expectations of you.
Exactly.
He's the friend, he's the rock, he's the person he's the strong one. You know, lots of people, you know, they don't say it, but you know, after I went through my troubles and I started opening up and talking freely about this, I got people coming to me saying, wow, you know, I was looking up to you always, and I've never realized there was something wrong, right?
Yeah.
Even on my worst, I mean, the closest to me knew, obviously, you know, like my, the guys, the team in Solutions Leisure, obviously my wife and close circle knew, but outside of that, I was keeping quite a brave face because I don't want to disappoint people.
Yeah, exactly. And you put
Right.
a lot of pressure on
And you
yourself.
put a lot of pressure on yourself. And
which
then
makes-
now I meet people and, you know, I think I told you before, I've got some friends that people I know, close people, which I thought their life was perfect, now come to me and go, can I have a chat? Because I'm going through a crisis or whatever it is.
Exactly.
Can we talk? And then we talk about it. And then it's
Yeah.
just so refreshing to be honest and to be open. It's just like getting the weight out. There's no more pretending. which is good.
Exactly. And as soon as you start talking, you realize that it's not just you, but
Oh, 100%.
so many people
100%, yeah.
in the same
But-
position.
Yeah, and this is again a bit like arrogance because I used to think, yeah, it's only me.
Exactly.
And that's being very arrogant, right? It
But-
cannot be only me. There
Yeah.
must be another million people like this, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's why we don't talk. And that's why also we, as I told you, the reason we create this podcast, it's like to talk about this kind of
100%,
topics.
yeah.
Because just like you were going through for so long, maybe for a year, 2 years, 3 years, I don't know, for that period, like you were asking yourself what's going on with you, thinking it was a you problem and no one else.
100%, yeah.
And maybe if you heard someone talking about that, like you are doing now and helping someone, I'm sure you're going to help so many people with this. Because people are like, oh, it's not just me.
No,
Let me
100%. I
breathe."
mean, listen, in the past, I've heard friends going through some stuff, and sometimes you go like, you kind of maybe you think, oh, yeah, I'm feeling a bit the same, but then you don't want to talk about it, right? Because you're too proud and because you got an
And for
image
men.
to exactly. And I think being a man also helps. Yeah, counts a lot. I think men are a bit more proud also.
Yeah, men,
Potentially.
high position. So there is so much pressure from different.
Yeah.
So it's hard. Like if it's like I'm gonna be weak if I talk about
Yeah,
mental
weakness
health,
is not a good sign either. Yeah, but I
which
think
is not weakness.
today it's not weakness. No, it's honesty.
Exactly. It's and in my opinion, if you are able to talk about it like you are, and that's why we are here today.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
a few months ago, I really appreciate the way you were talking about mental health in your case and how affected your life. It's like this is an example, and the way you were talking is like I'm sure you helped so many people just in that room.
Yeah, I mean, after that, I mean, I'm still in contact with obviously you and like Daniel. I have a few people
Yeah.
that's still in touch, right? But again, as I said that day, it doesn't make me. I'm not an expert whatsoever in mental health. It's just relating my
Sharing
story.
your story.
And I think by talking about it and sharing it, it also helps me. It's a medicine, right? It helps me get over it also.
Exactly.
Because the more you keep it in, it's like chewing on dark matter, right?
And that's why you maybe kept in for too long, and that's why you went to the point that your body just
Yeah,
gave
100%.
up.
Yeah. Listen, I think you, as I say, you give the pressure to yourself, right? There's no one to blame ever.
No.
Yeah. I will never point the finger or blame. There's no one. I can only blame myself. Yeah.
And not even yourself. You don't have to blame anyone.
No,
It's just
but you know what I mean.
happening.
It's like when you want perfections and you're, how many times through my career, I'm gonna say I've ignored some advice. I've ignored people that love me saying,
Yeah.
take it easy, relax, don't push yourself so hard. But the more people tell me that, I had to push even more, right? Because I was like, no, I'm good, I'm gonna go. It's all self-reflected. Simple as that. Yeah. And the environment also helps to nurture that pressure you put on yourself.
Yeah, of
100%.
course.
Yeah.
If you go back to those times, what did you feel like? What was your body telling you? Like energy levels, it was whatever it was, like that you feel like your body was just collapsing.
So I'm gonna say 2-3 weeks before the heart incident, I couldn't breathe properly. Going up the stairs was getting hard, and then I've noticed before I went on holiday to Italy, the 10 days leading to a holiday, I was still getting to F45 by difficulties, and then every day I was putting on the kilo, and I was like, but I was not really thinking about it. I was just thinking, okay, maybe it's the gym, maybe. And then I went to the GP 2 days before I flew. And the GP said, you got atrial fibrillation, which is the irregular heartbeat. I was like, I had that 10 years ago. So, and I was sent to Al Zahra Hospital in Sheikh Zayed. It's just open.
Yeah.
I was the only person in the hospital. It was just opening. And they put me in ICU for like 10 days, something stupid, because they were doing all the tests and claiming the medical insurance and different medicine. So I was like, atrial fibrillation, I know what to do. So stupidly, I went to the chemist. Yeah, I need Concor, which is a beta blocker. That's what I had 10 years ago. So I took that, and then 2 days later, I flew to Italy. But then on the plane, I was like, sweating, and my body was like, and I've put on like 10 kilos over 10 days or something stupid. And I was just doing water retention.
Yeah.
Because my heart was not closing. My blood ejection rate was 26%, which should be 50% plus. 25% you're dead, so I was on 26%. The valve was leaking blood, obviously. My lungs were full of water. And I kept on pushing myself. It's going to be okay. And my daughter was like, you don't look well. And then we landed in Rome, and I had to go to a hospital. Yeah, that was it. My wife saw me in Rome saying, yeah, you don't look well whatsoever. Hospital, ICU, kind of restarted the heart as such. And then, then after that was recovery and medicine. Yeah.
And that's when everything changed.
Yeah, that's when everything changed. Yeah, I think that and then recovery was fine. And then came back to Dubai, strong medication. And I think that medication took everything away. Your adrenaline, your focus, was all about the heart. So the rest of the body was being totally ignored. So yeah, lost the manhood, lost the thinking, I was not efficient. I was not focused. I couldn't sleep at nighttime, anxiety. It's just like, everything was just like horrible. I was aggressive towards my wife, my family, towards myself. I was just not happy. I was not myself, right?
Yeah.
Took a sabbatical. Work gave me a sabbatical for 3 months, which is, thank God for that. I mean, so I could help recover. But then that, I think, just being a bit on my own and off work for that long. Also, I could have not gone back because I could not work. I was not capable of doing what I love doing. And then that led me into depression, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we call it. And then there was the dark hole. Yeah.
Then
The rest, alcohol, whatever it is, everything comes together because you try to find a solution to get out of it, right? And to compensate. So yeah, that was like, I'm going to say November, December, January, a good like 3-4 months. And then one of my very, very close friends in Dubai died of a heart attack. So that didn't help in the recovery process. The anger came with that, blaming myself, should have been me. You just start hating yourself in a way. Someone you love died when it was not you.
Yeah.
So it was all like, When
all
your
over
head
the
is in a
place.
bad place, it's really
Yeah.
a bad place, right?
Exactly.
So, and then, yeah, after that was, went back to work, had serious meetings with my partners, and that loved me very much so, and decided it was better if I went. Totally agreed, because I could just not do my job. I needed to totally reset and to look after myself first, because I always love all my career is to develop people, love people, and love my teams and growing teams. I couldn't do that, right? If I can,
cannot do that,
if you can't
you
love
cannot-
yourself, you can't love anybody else, right?
Exactly.
I couldn't love my family if I couldn't love myself, So,
Yeah.
so that's where
100%.
the rebuilding process started. Yeah, yeah.
And then you rebuild, and we're talking where, if I'm, of course, my background it's fitness, where
Well, mine's not
fitness-
really, but mine's
No,
food.
but where fitness can, because I know fitness is also
Yeah.
was also part of this. I mean, when I say fitness, training, moving your
Oh,
body.
big time. So, I mean, listen, I think my change of mindset, I used to be a very, as I said before, I'm always right. This is the way you do it. I come from old school where I started working in the kitchens in a 3 Michelin star restaurant in Paris, the Ritz Hotel or the Bristol Palace, on Faubourg Saint-Honoré, all those places where you're in a brigade, the kitchen is 110 chefs.
Yeah.
So 3 Michelin star restaurant. And then you're there, you're commis, you're a trainee. So you get there in the morning at 7:30 a.m. And then all that day what you have to do is to peel langoustine in ice water. And the langoustine has got a shell that's very pointy, and it's ice water, and it's freezing cold.
Yeah.
And it just cuts you, and your fingers are bleeding, and your fingers are blue all day. And you do that for like 4 hours in the morning. And then if you mess up one langoustine, because using premium ingredients,
yeah, of course.
the sous chef would just kick your ass to the floor.
Yeah.
It was physical. You get kicked. So you come from that school of the old ways, like
Yeah,
people
yeah,
will
yeah.
imagine Gordon Ramsay was when he was younger and stuff. It is that. It was a brutal environment where, yeah, it was tough. Either you make it or you don't make it.
Yeah.
There is no HR like this today, right? There's no breaks. So you work morning and then afternoon, you sleep 1 hour in the staff room, back for dinner service, go back home, sleep 4 or 5 hours if you slept because you're young, so you want to go out, right?
Yeah.
So that's where I came from, right? So it's really, so for years, I was always too pushy towards the people. I developed a lot of people. I gave a lot, but I think I was too harsh the way I did it because I was doing my old-fashioned thought process, through fear a bit. You have to push people through
Yeah.
fear. Discipline, that's really the way I was. And then I think it was 2023, 22, 23. I came back from Christmas from Paris and I got to the point I was more than 130 kilos on the scale. So I was big. I could carry it, but I mean, if I look pictures now, I look like Jabba the Hutt, right? And I was like, oh my God. So I said, I need to do something. So I was going to the gym in Rixos, JBR, and the guy in the gym who runs the gym, Turkish guy, lovely guy, said to me, what are you trying to do? Because you're on the treadmill, you're on the machines, but you don't have a routine. I said, well, I'm trying not to put weight on because I keep on putting weight on. And he was like, yeah, but you're not doing the right thing. You need a personal trainer. And I was like, me being me, I'm like, nobody's going to tell me what to do. I know, but I don't know because I'm not I'm not a PT, right? So a friend at the time, a friend of mine, was going to F45 on the pump. And she said to me, you should join F45. And I'm like, too American. High five. Yeah. And she said, come and try it. So I went that day, I tried it. I think it was January 19th. So by then I've been on a diet for 3 weeks, right? And so I think I was down 120 odd kilos. And then I couldn't do 2 burpees. I was on the floor. I was like, ugh. And then the next day I woke up, I couldn't move my body. Everything was aching because we did a cardio for 45 that day. And then day 3, I was like, I need to go back. And I pushed myself. I didn't want to go. And I pushed myself to the point where I just got fit. And after a year, obviously Mounjaro came into effect that year. So I did a bit of Mounjaro and I was in F45 every morning, 5-6 days a week. doing the Dubai Police Academy Challenge, doing like
Yeah.
really pushing for it. After a year, I won the Best Body Transformation as the award, so achievement. And then I think the lowest I've been, I went from 100 odd kilos to 92. 130 odd kilos to 92.
Wow.
So it's around about 40 kilos.
40 kilos.
40 kilos. Which is one of my very close friends, Freek, always says, imagine 40 kilos. When you go to the airport, it's 2 suitcases of 20 kilos each.
Exactly.
And 20 kilo suitcase is heavy, and you're talking pure fat, right? 2 of those. It's a lot, right? So I was a bit too skinny by then, I guess. So now I'm quite happy where I am. I mean, I'm still going to a 45.
But you're doing exercise.
Oh, yeah. I did double session this morning, yeah.
It's
yeah.
part of your life
It's
now,
part of my life, it's every morning, yeah.
which it wasn't before.
Before it wasn't, no. It helps me focus also, clear mind. Listen, there's no secret, right? Eating, with the business I have today, we're doing more like healthy food, harvest that you've seen, more healthy options, cafes and stuff. So I'm far more aware of what I eat today. I'm far more aware of what I should put in my body. I'm French, so for years it's like bread and butter and pâté and,
Yeah.
you're Portuguese, we have pasta de nate, where you call it, those little tarts. The other day I walked by a shop in the mall and there was this pasta de nate. I was
Yes.
no, because I know how many calories in it, right? I know
Yeah.
exactly what's going to happen. So you don't have one, you have 2.
You have to, because the problem is to start. Because as you start,
The problem is to stop. Starting is easy,
exactly.
stopping is hard. So, and then obviously drinking way less than before, partying way less than before. It's just a different mindset. I mean, I'm 55 this year. I'm kind of sad it took me so long to understand how the body works. But I was not educated, that's it.
Yeah.
And I refused to be educated. I knew best. I was like, I know what my body needs. My body needs wine. My body needs butter.
Party.
Right? Yeah, exactly. But
So
that's not
what's the
case.
difference now that you feel in your body, in your day-to-day
Energy.
life? Like now that
Energy.
you train and you look into your food or nutrition or like, because I really, as I told you, when you're going through, and that's another problem in Dubai, because everything is so easy to just deliver and get, it's like 5 minutes, you pick up your phone and have something at your door. Like when you're so busy at work and with life and everything goes so fast that you forget about yourself in the process, it's so easy like ending up like eating whatever, it's easier, no sleep, no workout, no movement. You spend the whole day in your computer. As I always say, like you go between your computer to your desk, to your
Yeah, I have to say on that point, when the last few years was solutions in general, from Paul and Freek and the 2 founders and the team were quite very health conscious. Well, they were. I was always the one maybe in the office having an ice cream and stuff. But, they were always like very focused on what they were eating. Paul, for example, the CEO, is like very focused on food and his body and stuff. So, and then I kind of like learned that towards the end, because you're in the office with the directors and I'm ordering food, everyone's ordering food, whatever. And then there was always some good, healthy food going around. So that's how I started learning things a bit.
Yeah.
And obviously, we opened a spa called Blended, so that you start going in there, you kind of understand how it works, right? You understand there's the Dubania, which is like the Russian spa. When you do that the first time and you go in the ice bath and the hot room, and they do all the things, the leaves, and you come out and then you go home and the next day you feel like so energized,
Exactly.
And then you don't want to eat crap. You want to sleep better. So it's all about picking up stuff. But I think I was the first one guilty that along the way, I did not want to.
Yeah, that's a nice and important point. It's like how important is the people around you.
100%. And that's what I was about to say. You have
Start
to
to see others.
listen. Everything happens for a reason. I truly believe that today. And everything that's put on your path in front of you is there for you to learn something. And for too many years, it was like all given to me. And I was like, no, I'm okay. I know best. Sacha's right. It's not. You have to really open up and just learn and take what you're given on your path is there for a reason.
What were the biggest lessons that you've learned since you were in Dubai? So it's been like 15 years.
Yep.
What were like the biggest lesson or the biggest like 2 or 3 lessons that you've learned that you're like?
Well, I think the biggest lesson is I'm enough. Because before that, I was never good enough.
Yeah.
What I did was never good enough. As I said, I wanted more. That house is not good enough. That house, that's what I wanted, but it's not good enough. And that house is better and so forth, So now obviously one of our daughters gone to university. Fleur's got a year left. So we got that house, which for 3 years, that's way too big. But, you know, it was a question of like good price, location is a bit far away. But now we're going to downsize to almost 3 times smaller into a flat
Yeah.
because
It's
we
enough.
don't need the big house anymore.
Yeah.
We don't need the nanny at home or the maid. You know, that's gone. You know, we need to have a more of a simple life.
Yeah.
We're self-sufficient today. And I think before it was like maybe greed played into it, trying to have everything. Yeah. You have the big house and the car.
Yeah.
There. It's a bit like greed on my side.
It's
Yeah.
also because that's a Dubai thing.
It's maybe a Dubai thing. Yeah, I think,
Because
yeah.
you look around you, you feel like everyone is doing so good. Everyone has this and that. So I feel
It's
like,
a status, yeah.
yeah, it's
100%,
like
yeah.
a status.
I agree. Yeah,
yeah. So this experience, all experience, that everything that you went through before Solutions and Leisures, and now have your own business, like another
Not
kind
yet.
of, not yet.
Just start. No, yeah, starting. It's a baby. Yeah, we just. I've got a business partner, which is an American guy, ex-chef, 2 Michelin star experience. He created a great brand, which is called Harvest, which is healthy concept. We're opening in all the VO gyms, which is the new Ema
Yeah.
location. So we've opened in Lakes, we opened in the Meadows Souk. We're going to the Arabian Ranches 2, and Menzo. So there's quite a few locations coming up. We've got a bigger version of it because quite scalable. A bigger version going into Murdif City Center. So that's 200 square meter. We're looking at location in the marina. And we're looking to expand it internationally also. We've got quite a few business
Wow.
partners that are interested to scale the business.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's healthy food, because it's real honest food. And at some point, it's going to become pretty much farm to table. So that's the idea. So now that's what I say. I'm quite focused on, listen, don't get me wrong. I love my days of lock stock and where we're doing great sales of selling loads of, making people have fun and the time of their lives, dancing on tables. That's still part of me, right?
Yeah.
But today I really enjoy also the health aspect of things and giving back to people in a different way, you know?
Yeah.
So from people having fun all night partying and drinking and dancing to
A healthy.
maybe the other day have a healthy option. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it both. Yeah.
It's different.
It's different.
and
Yeah,
it's
but
all part of
I think
life.
it's a full circle, right?
Exactly. And as you said, and you are here today because of everything that you went through before and all the experience.
Yeah.
But what did you learn? If you could, like, what did, and you went to the, as you said, like depression or the dark moments, whatever. What did you learn with all of these transitions and where you are now? What did you learn with the depression, or what was like with the going down, as you said? What was your biggest lesson?
My biggest lesson is to value and love what I have. That's it. Family, obviously, is the obvious. I think before that, I've never realized how lucky I was and how well I've done with raising an amazing family, 2 amazing daughters, having the most loving wife, and having a very, very loving inner circle of people.
Yeah.
My darkest moment, team from Solutions to the family, to my closest friends, everyone tried to help and reach out. What I did at the time, I just pushed everyone away because
That's normal. Yeah.
you feel ashamed, you feel like you don't deserve it, you feel like it's a weird place, all those mixed feelings you have. So I've learned today that this will never happen again. If tomorrow something happens and someone reaches out and I see your hand, I will grab that hand big time. I won't slap it, that's for sure.
That's a big
It's a big
thing
lesson.
to say. It's a big lesson, because that's another thing. Like when you're rushing all the time, you don't even realize what's going around you.
Yeah,
As you said.
100%.
Your family is there, your close friends are there, but you're just rushing that you don't even look.
I think the other thing I've learned is I listen now. Before I will never listen to people.
Yeah.
I was just too into me.
Maybe before you wouldn't be here talking
It's
to me.
me. I just me. People should listen to me. I'm the important one. Now I love to listen to people, and then I won't interrupt anyone like I used to. People would talk, and I would make it about me all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Today I don't make it about me. I don't have to talk about me.
But it's so nice that you have the capacity of talking freely, like about this, like the way you were
100%.
talking about
for sure.
yourself, and it's really.
I don't think you can talk about things like this unless you've taken full responsibility and you're accountable for it. And that's that step. That's that wall you need to pass. You need to climb. You need to say, hands up.
Yeah.
It wasn't you guys. It was
It was
me.
me.
Right?
It's always
At the
about
time, it was like,
ourselves.
it's everybody except me.
Yeah,
100%.
exactly.
That's it, yeah.
So if someone is living in Dubai right now, successful like you on the outside, but is feeling like lost inside, what would be would you tell them? Like, would be your advice to them? Let's say like that.
I think talk about it, open up, reach out, look around you, all the tools you have. Don't, as I said, anything that's even that little thing in front of you, that little whatever it is, you see that link somewhere or that little phone number that pops up or that friend, I don't know, just reach out to whatever you see. You know, at the time I had a doctor here who was like the most amazing guy that helped me a lot. And at the end I was like, you know, because there was that place where even him was not good enough. I was pushing even him away, right? So I think don't ignore any help that comes your way. And totally, if you're married, if you have a partner, that's the first person you should talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're the ones you will hurt the most. If you have kids and they're old enough, shield your kids. Don't let it out as much as possible. My kids are old enough where, you know, I went through this and today we talk about it, which is good because I don't want that to happen to them.
Exactly.
So, and it's not me talking about it. It's my daughter's coming to me and, you know, my eldest daughter is going to be 21 this year. And she's always asking me, I went to see her in Spain. She's in Marbella in uni. And we had a good chat over dinner. So when that happened, how did you feel? And da-da-da. And now we're having adult conversations.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So there's no shame in it. You can only try to prevent things from happening to others. Yeah.
Yeah. And like to someone that's, because I feel like everyone in Portugal, people is looking at the news and everyone thinks life here, it's so easy. Like we are here, we are here, we came to Dubai, we're so lucky to be here.
And we're rich.
And
Yep.
we're rich and we all have like such a nice car and such a nice house and living in beach clubs all the time. But people doesn't see the reality. So if you have to tell them like about resume your life in Dubai, like you are very successful, you went through different business, now you were about to grow your business. What would be like the resume of your life in Dubai? 15 years in Dubai. What would you tell them?
My hypnosis. Okay, listen. So, no different than anyone. Came to Dubai, and the first few years is 100% party, brunches every weekend, right? I've not been to a brunch for like maybe 3 years now.
Yeah.
Because even before that was, and now if I've been to a brunch 3 years ago, it's very sparse. It's really, I don't really drink. I just, you know,
Yeah,
just,
exactly.
you know,
Not
before
like
was
before.
really brunch.
You have to use
Next
it.
Saturday you're there, next Saturday you're there, next Saturday you're there, you know. So yeah, Dubai's been amazing to myself and our family. My daughters had the best education they could get here. We came here, they were 5 years old and 2 years old. Emily's now 21. Fleur's still here, she's going to be 18 this year. So
Yeah.
16 years, right?
Her life was here.
Schooling system's amazing. Opportunities we've had through work and through solutions, obviously, and stuff is like unbelievable. I will always be ever grateful. It made me who I am today, made my family what it is today. Dubai's been amazing, but yes, people think it's, at least I'm the first one to say, I love to live in the sun. I need to wake up in the morning and see a blue sky.
Yeah, me too.
Because I did before that, I did 15, 17 years in London, and
No
I love
way.
London, right? But if I'm from Paris, it's the same. It's a bit,
Yeah. I can handle a winter in Portugal anymore.
yeah, exactly, yeah. So for me, Dubai, the last 15 years, in a nutshell, is 99% was plus positive. Because totally embraced it too much to the point of the pressure and the culture of Dubai. Because people think, yes, it is life on the beach, the sun, the palm trees. But, you know, worked in Paris for years, worked in London for years. There's more pressure in the city than there is in big cities in Europe, big capitals in
Exactly.
Europe. Maybe even, I didn't work in New York, but I worked in Houston in the States for a year. This far more, yes, you got the sun, yes, but the traffic, just right now, the traffic drives me crazy, right? But I'm grateful and more at peace. But, you know,
Yeah.
before that, I just go crazy in traffic.
Yeah.
So those little things come into the traffic, the multiverse, the cultural aspect of Dubai, which is amazing. I love it. But you have to be strong enough also to get along with all those different nationalities,
Yeah.
different cultures. So it's not for everyone. So this also puts a bit of pressure because you need to
Exactly.
adapt all the time.
That's
And you only learn with time, right?
and as a leader even more because the way you lead with people
But your
from
teams are from, I mean, it's what, 200 plus nationalities in
Yeah,
Dubai, right?
exactly.
So you have to adapt to that. So that takes some of your time. So yeah, for me, Dubai has been nothing but positive. And even what happened to me in the last, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, I think I just see it as a very positive event because I needed to have that reset
and you learn to
because I
have
don't think I
lessons.
would have carried on much longer.
Yeah, but the pressure here is real, and it's just all about for us. I've been there as well, different situation of course, but I think as I said, like the pressure in this country because we always we are like everyone is
100%, yeah.
moving, so you feel like you need to move as well. So you need to also find the right balance to not go because I also feel like everyone is also putting that pressure because you are here to work, so you are here to give your best.
You have to work, but there's a very big social life aspect to it.
Exactly.
Right, so there's a lot of socializing
And
that
many
goes on,
people don't have their family here, so it goes all together.
which is yeah. But when you have your family here, I mean, it's a bit different. But,
Yeah, exactly. So in general, Dubai life, it's amazing.
Love it.
I love Dubai. You love Dubai.
I love Dubai. I don't want to leave.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you're still here.
And especially now, I mean, you see, obviously, I'm going to say the obvious with times of crisis and weird times like now. Look at it. It's just like, I went back to Paris because my dad's quite ill. And I went back to Paris 3 weeks ago. I was there for 10 days. And I get to Paris and I watch the news at nighttime. And I've just come from here where a ceasefire is announced. There's been, so 2 days before was a ceasefire. So I come to Paris and I watch the news. And then all over the news is Dubai's under attack.
Yeah.
So I'm messaging my wife.
What's going on?
Did you have any alerts on the phone for 2-3 days? Did you have anything? No, nothing's happening. Because I've seen, obviously, where we live in a villa, we've seen stuff. And she said, nothing. And I'm like, we're on the news here in Europe. They're saying basically we're being attacked all the time.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how the media twists things also,
Exactly.
right? When here we're like, it's just amazing to be outside, right? And people call me, how is it now? Is it still bad? Because the news, I said, well, the news are wrong. The news are lying, right? I think we're very lucky to be in a country like we are. Very privileged, and I'm very grateful. So yeah, you're staying, I'm staying.
Yeah,
No one's
we're
moving.
both staying. So now I'm gonna just to close this
Yeah.
advice for myself. So I, as a young entrepreneur, so I have my company
Yep.
alongside with Carla.
Shiro 360.
Shiro
There we go.
So as a person that has a dream of growing a company, and I'm still too young, I mean, in terms of business,
Okay.
in life as well. So what would be your advice for me? Because I think many times it happened to me, I always feel like everyone is doing so well and I could be doing so much better. What am I missing? I'm always like, and sometimes I'm just, in that point where like,
Yeah.
I'm always missing something. What would be your
Do you
advice?
think that you feel like you're hitting a wall sometimes?
Yeah.
Okay.
What would be your advice for me in terms of like business advice, like someone that is new into business world?
Okay.
What would be like your best advice for a young entrepreneur?
So I told my wife recently, she obviously have a long career where I was before, and then I get to meet a lot of people because we were a big company, a big group, lots of relations from different groups of hotels to independent restaurants to groups and so forth. But I never appreciated the value of networking. It's very important.
Yeah.
That's my advice. So I met all those people along the way, and then you take those relationships for granted. Yes, you have a coffee. Yes, yeah, you got your phone. But I was never the one busy with, I was too busy with other stuff. It was not my primary function, but I should have done it more, I guess, at the time.
Yeah.
Insight is a great thing, right? Is to keep those relationships going. Now that I've started my own stuff, now it's amazing the number of people where I go, someone said, do you know someone there? I was like, oh yeah. And then you send a message and you're having a coffee and you reignite and you realize people always have time for you, right? People are always there for you. I think Dubai, that's my advice. Dubai is great at, it's like a close, very, very close community. especially in each industries, I guess. But now
Yeah.
taking for hospitality or independent restaurants, people are really close. People are really easy to know. Someone knows someone that you know.
Yeah.
So that would be my advice: is just network is important. Always keep the door
Network,
open,
yeah.
and always keep on meeting the same people. Keep those relationships going, because it's not Paris, it's not London, it's a big city, but it's a small village.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense.
There we go.
Thank
That's my
you.
advice. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank
Where's
you
the
for being
pasta di
here.
nate?
I should have pastel nata for you. I'll give you pastel nata.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank you,
very
you're a star.
much for
Thank you.
being here.
Thank you.